Two more hostages have been released by Hamas as the conflict continues in Gaza. Thank you for joining us tonight at 10. I'm Craig O'Neill.
And I'm Faith Woodard. We have those latest developments just ahead. But first, taking a look at some of the impacts of this war here at home. TV 11's Sarah Habakowitz sat down with an Arkansan who has family in Gaza and Jerusalem. Sarah.
Craig, here at home, Arkansans are still feeling the impacts of war. The conflict can be overwhelming for some to even talk about. But for those with family near the conflict, fearing for their loved ones has become part of daily life.
My name is Nader Abu Diab, and I serve at several committees at the Islamic Center of Little Rock.
Nadar was born in Jerusalem, and his parents still live there.
Everybody's stressed. Everybody has a high level of anxiety, not knowing what the days to come are going to bring.
He feels helpless from so far away and is worried about violence escalating.
My parents are 83 years old. I do not know how they're going to be able to go and get supplies, how they're going to go and get food if those roads are blocked.
And while there's been conflict in the area over the course of decades, since Hamas's most recent attack and Israel's airstrikes in return, he's watched parts of his homeland turn to rubble.
You feel like a part of you is dying.
More than 2 weeks since the violence began, he's still not able to reach loved ones in Gaza.
A friend of mine who has family in Gaza, he says, I cannot communicate with them to find out where they are. A cousin lives in Gaza, and we don't know anything about her either.
But he says, for some Palestinians, simply fleeing their homes isn't a clear option.
You're giving up on your heritage, you're giving up on your history, you're giving up on your beliefs. It's not that easy.
Back here in Arkansas, he's trying to educate his kids about what's going on.
They see the TV and they ask a lot of questions. Why is one life more important than another?
Meanwhile, he's helping manage concerns for the local Islamic community.
There's a sense of fear of getting racially profiled or religiously profiled. There's a lot of concern because after 9/11, there were incidents.
And he's hoping for more education and compassion on the topic.
Without knowledge, we cannot build informed opinions or informed decisions.
Tonight, Little Rock police tell us that they're still maintaining extra patrols in and around synagogues and mosques in the city as a precaution.
All right, Sarah. Well, earlier we talked about the hostages released by Hamas. This as Israel has ramped up airstrikes across Gaza as the threat of a ground invasion now looms ever closer.
Israel's military says it's launched more than 300 airstrikes over the past day aimed at Hamas operational infrastructure and military targets in the Gaza Strip. CBS News has learned the U.S. is pressing Israel to delay a ground war in an effort to secure the return of hostages and usher in critical aid.
It is literally an hour-by-hour effort here at the White House and at the State Department to find out where these folks are and to try to make the effort to get them out.
And the U.S. says getting that aid of food, water, and medicine to displaced Palestinians is critically important. So far, the Biden administration says there's no evidence that any of that aid has ended up in the hands of Hamas militants.